What's up, everybody? Thanks for stopping by my channel, Esteemed Queen and Mentality. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell down below so that way you get to know when I post all of my TeaTalks. I hope everyone is doing swell, well, thriving, surviving, and doing some extra, okay? Lord knows, Lord knows, Lord knows, I have been trying to live up to those words, okay? Being an example is hard work. Modeling like behavior is hard work. But guess what? When you put the work in, you get the results. So just like you see a lot of natural lighting here, you know, we all close a chapter to begin a new one. And it's just so interesting that now, you know, whenever the dust settles, you'll be able to see where you are, right? Once all of the scurrying and all of the uproar is done, you'll be able to see who still has the energy and the endurance to endure the marathon, okay? Because we all know this is not a race that involves a sprint. It requires pace, okay? So I hope y'all doing well, swell, thriving, surviving. Like I said, I feel like I need to be doing something at the same time while I'm shooting this video, but I'm going to have to be in and out, okay? It's a Monday. We all have things to do. We all have work to go to, and we all have bills to pay, okay? How about this? Have y'all seen the price of eggs lately? Child, we gonna be painting potatoes for Easter. Watch what I tell you. It's okay. Wash them right on off. Wash them right on off. Dice them up. Slice them up. And throw them in that grease. Yes. Okay. So, needless to say, I hope everyone's doing well. I miss you all. We always have to make sure that the home front is good. So then that way, everything else is easy peasy lemon squeezy. Should you know yourself. But go ahead, get your water, get your wine, get whatever it is that you're sipping on. Get it and bring it close. So, as usual, anytime I'm missing in action, I'm coming back with some deets, some details, okay? I want to say hello to all of our new subscribers, okay? All of our returning subscribers, okay? You will hear me say probably in the beginning and the end of the video, you know, fill my cup, I fill yours. That means make sure that you hit that like button and that subscribe button. So then that way I know which videos to keep doing, what to keep talking about, and of course keep you into the loop, you know. Things may be on a high vibration as far as good, and then there's a high vibration as far as bad. Like eggs is on that bad high vibration, okay? I think it's on my mind just for the fact of like, well, how much they cost, bitch, you better eat that. You better eat that yolk and the white. Do you hear me? You better eat the whole egg. You better go ahead and compost some damn eggshells. Use the whole egg. It costs too much for you to sit here and throw shells. No. But needless to say, just like, you know, there's always a twist and turn in life. You know, it's always something that we need to, you know, come around and talk about. So, go ahead, like I said, gather your beverage, gather whatever it is that you need, and so that we can go ahead and get into this tea talk. Now, this tea talk is sponsored by My Real Life, but it's also sponsored by the lessons and the milestones and the red flags that you pay attention to. Now, needless to say, it's one thing for us to learn a couple of different ways on how to accept people, whether that is us intimately love them or us just, you know, being cordial, cultivating relationships like platonic relationships, etc. But the thing is though, is that sometimes when we think we need to make something, let's say for instance, there's an exception, okay? You can sit here and say, oh, well, I don't like this, except I like that. That's pretty good, okay? It's a sorry example, but it's the first one that comes off my head, is when we typically say we like something, but then again we don't. We keep tolerating it, right? The example doesn't make sense, but it's one that we practice every day, whether it's we keep people around that we don't need around, or you're eating something that you know is bad for you. It can be a number of things, but needless to say, it's just something that selfishly we feel like we can give up the majority, but we can still keep a little bit in our reservoir. That can really mess you up sometimes, because here it is, something is, if you eat peanuts, it's telling you, like literally, anything from a tree nut, etc., you might want to be careful. You might want to just stay away from it, because we already see how you're reacting to a peanut, correct? Well, you know what? You find out you don't like almonds, you don't like pecans, but you like cashews, you like pistachios, and you're allergic to peanuts. Okay, why not stay from it altogether? Okay, why is it so there's always an exception to what we know, at any other point of view we know is unacceptable? Why is it that we still continue to keep something there as a space filler, a space holder, you name it? Needless to say, does it serve a purpose? Now, we all can say, yes, it serves a purpose. It reminds me this, that, and the third. Great. That may sound like it makes sense. Or better yet, it could very well be a person that, doesn't treat you well, and yet they're continuously around. Their foot is not in the door. Their head is in your home looking around. Like, you would think it's a Ring camera. No, it's this nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we have to get to a point where when we decide to close a chapter, if we decide to do something different, if we decide to accept something that we know is out of our hands, or what changes that can be made are, regardless of how you look at it, even everything in your life has a term and condition, okay? Regardless if you go to the store and you buy something, terms and conditions can apply. Well, just like conditional and unconditional love, okay? We know the difference. Conditional means that it comes with some type of stipulations. It comes with some type of exceptions. It comes with some fine lining. Whereas unconditional is no matter what, you're there. You're in there like swimwear, summertime, all year round, okay? You are there like a pet, all right? You are there like a fur baby. It's like, though, fur babies, animals are the pets. They can teach you unconditional love, okay? You can mess up. You can apologize to them. They can feel the emotion, as well as they can come to you to make sure that you're okay. And in the reverse, they know when they receive discipline, it's because they did something wrong. But at the same time, at the end of the day, they have this love for you. Not only is it a dependency thing, but it's something that for your soul's sake, it nurtures you as well. So this is those two components, those two elements make it so that they say animals and adults, or animals and people are good couples. They're good, they're good to have in life because it eases stress, depression, this, that, and the third. There's an unconditional resource there, a line of encouragement, support, you name it, right? But when we talk about conditional, it's like, look, I'll love you, but you can't disrespect, you can't minimize, you can't demean, you can't A, B, C, D, F, G. Those sounds like terms and conditions to me. And sometimes we get to a point in a place in life where we could very well fall into accepting that no matter what you do, you can have terms and conditions, but if you don't constantly continue to review your policy, you'll find that you'll accept anyone, and you'll deal with anything too. Here's a good one for you. Even your credit card statements, your debit cards, they have terms and conditions that apply. right? You're not going to continue to keep spending on a credit card if you don't have overdraft protection, correct? You go there, you think you about to buy stuff, live high on the hog. You get to the front, they say, bitch, please, do you have cash? You got debit? Do you have something in place of this credit? Because this credit is saying insufficient funds. It's telling you no. It's telling us decline. So what do? You can pay it off. You can pay it down. Either way you look at it, if you don't do something to keep that credit line open, i.e. you paying on it, they'll cut you off. They'll cut you off. So there will be no more swiping recklessly. They will cut you off. What happens when you decide to treat someone how they don't want to be treated? Everyone deserves their own level of appreciation and gratitude, meaning that everyone should be respected, right? So outside of someone having love for toxicity, would someone who isn't healthy inside be someone that you allow around you if you're trying to heal or better yourself? Absolutely not. And you shouldn't, because there should be some type of term and condition that should apply to how people treat you, the company you keep, because you got to stay accountable, and also what you desire. Okay? It's one thing for you to be able to accomplish what you need within the support group that you have. It's a whole nother thing when it comes to who you desire to keep around. I don't know about anybody else. I have terms and conditions on who I'm around, my energy, etc. Because guess what? Words really do have legs. Once you speak it into existence, you never know when it can come back to you. But everything has a return. I say that constantly, all the time. And when we decide to lack awareness of what comes out our mouth, what we receive, what we decide to fester into our mindsets, live, i.e. rent-free, when we decide to become lackluster on the eligibilities, it becomes a problem. We begin to invite certain things and mannerisms, characters, people, not just energy, into our sacred space, which is anywhere within this, let alone wherever you sleep. I understand it's where you work. But just like there's more than one way to get inside your work office, there's a couple of different ways you can go to not pay them no mind. And literally when you walk the other way, that's what you're doing. You're paying them no mind. You're putting a term and condition on what you're going to tolerate. Look, we got to be here for 8, 10, 12 hours. This is what we going to do. When I see you, I'm crossing the street. Bitch, I don't give a fuck if it's jaywalking. You know what? I don't care. It'll teach me how to power walk so I don't get caught. But what we not going to do, we're not going to breathe the same air if we can help it. Alright? Ain't nobody ducking you like they on the run. It's just the simple fact of I can't vibe with your aura. So it fucks with my energy. And I have terms and conditions on how I want to be treated and accepted. So if that means I'm in the corner talking to the paint and the electrical socket, then so be it. At least I know when I come that way, when I go that way, there's going to be a respect of boundaries, being A, B, C, D, F, G. There's going to be a mutual respect and accountability for actions or on each other's behalf. And I have no problem being able to walk away. You do not see American Express out here giving folks with 500 credit scores charge cards. You'll get a prepaid. You'll get something secure, meaning that you can't spend no more than what you put on it. I'm not going to give you, don't give the energy that you're looking for, okay? Match the energy that you're receiving. Because again, terms and conditions can apply. will apply. Except on certain days, I don't see nobody going into Harris Teeter trying to use double coupons. Bitch, terms and conditions apply. Today is Friday. That's Tuesday and Thursday, you know? So, when it comes to us being able to move different, it starts mentally, and then everything else follows. So if you have an understanding of what it is that you're acquiring, being you acquire support, because support is part of your strength. You acquire words of affirmation, because we all need a cheerleader. And then if it comes down to, if someone doesn't seem to be fully in your corner, there's a difference between asking questions to make sure you have technical planning in place, and then there's a difference between someone just literally just shaking your shit because they just want to see the thereafter. I mean, if that doesn't tell you that they're destructive and toxic, I don't know what does, other than red flags, okay? And you trusting your instincts. But this is where it all comes together, because you don't owe anybody your company, and you don't owe anybody your energy. All you're responsible for is what it is that you can handle from someone else. American Express isn't going to give someone anything where they can run it up and finger fuck a check, no jostling, and turn around and be like, well, I'm never going to pay it. No. How they're going to get paid? No, they're going to cut you off. Because you know what? Breach a contract. You just can't go out here and spend all crazy. You cannot just windmill on the credit card machine. Okay? You got to pay some to get some. All right? You got to treat, if you treat me nice, I treat you nice. Condescending and demeaning, that'll get you left. And not only left, but it will have you disappear, as it should. Because this must be a magic trick. This must be a magic show. Did they just think? You gotta know yourself to be able to set terms and conditions. They can apply, or you can lie with every applicant until you figure it out. I'd rather figure it out first. Ain't nothing worse than you trying to figure it out along the way. There's a time in life where you have to pause and understand that the rest you seek does not require company. And what it is that you're trying to put out so you can have a social profile, a social life, you can, socialize healthy, then guess what? You got to learn from the terms and conditions. You got to learn from the experiences. You have to learn your terms and conditions, how your life experiences wrote them for you. So if you don't like someone talking over you, you know very well what not to accept. If you want someone that's going to high five you and fist pound you every morning and tell you got this, then you know what it is that you're looking for. All of these things are going to be what allows you to write your terms and conditions. Your accountability part is you got to make sure that they apply. If you let it slide once, folks will be figure skating. But if you go ahead and put that speed bump right there, maybe two steps inside the door frame, trip them up. I think the worst place for you to have a speed bump will be somewhere in the hallway. It ain't no light. Because you bound to fuck something up. You're bound to run into something. Something's bound to happen. But it's going to give you a wake-up call. Some people will see it as a wake-up call. And some people will see it as that your house is starting to dilapidate. It depends on the presentation. But if you let it be known straight up and forth, you will trip and crack your face. In the words of Prince, you play you trying to play me, you play yourself. Because I got terms and conditions that apply to my unconditional love. You just don't get it, and it's not just always going to be here. So, Y'all tell me, what's one of y'all terms and conditions that y'all put on folks? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. You know why? Because terms and conditions are nothing more but boundaries. And I did videos on that earlier. So, get the writing. Y'all let me know down below, what are y'all terms and conditions? And how has it helped condition you for the better? You can always, you know, put questions down in the comments as well that you want me to answer, as far as how to even start. Or better yet, I got one for you. How about you go into the church comments down below, and you'll see that you can always book a free consultation with me at Open Hearts and Free Spirits. I do have a couple of videos coming to that new channel, so be sure that you subscribe over there. We are definitely going to be hitting some underspoken topics, and it's something that we should definitely bring to light. If you bring it to the light, you can expose it. You know, heat kills germs just like cold kills germs, so we'll figure it out. But at the end of the day, child, you only got 24 hours, just like they do. Don't try to come over here in my 24 hours and fuck with mine. Take care of your own. Tend to your own, okay? How about you take 24 hours and I take 24 hours, and then we'll meet back in the middle, and then we try it all over again, okay? So sometimes you got to look out for you, and that definitely means terms and conditions should apply. So y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. Make sure you fill my cup and I'll fill yours, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye.